What's up everyone? Welcome back to yet another video. Thank you for tuning in. Today's video is heavy, so I need you to lock in. We are reacting to a powerful message by Dr. Arikana Chihombori, who is a former African Union ambassador to the United States. Full credit to the original creators of this video. Make sure you check out the video. The message is for black people globally. Jamaicans, Caribbean, those in the Caribbean, Africans, African Americans, everyone in the diaspora. Before we start, hit that subscribe button, like the video and watch until the end because I'll be back with more commentary. Thank you.
The abuse is not just for Africans on the continent, the abuse is for black people wherever you find us. I'm going to share with you some basic facts. You see, our story is a simple one. Our story is of truth and facts, which are two constants that do not change. And all we need to do is give the world an overdose of our truth and insist on it. As we speak today, I'm going to take you back centuries, long before the children of Africa were taken out of Africa as slaves. There was some serious resistance when the occupiers from the West came to Africa, contrary to what some might think. They didn't just give up their children, but the fighting began long before slavery. And the resistance was those who led them, the majority of them, their heads, as we speak today, are sitting in jars in Europe. Are you aware of that? Our leaders, our ancestors who fought the wars of resistance, their heads, their remains are sitting in jars throughout Europe. And the same people have the audacity to come to Africa and talk to us about human rights. But what's even more disturbing is that we entertain them and we don't remind them of these skeletons in their closet. As we speak today, the priceless artifacts that they stole from all over Africa are sitting in their museums throughout Europe. And when you and I, when we visit Europe, we pay to see what belongs to us. Evidence of theft, evidence of murder on display in plain sight. As we speak today, black people are listed as 3/5 of a human being in the US Constitution. As we speak today, the redlining continues. As we speak today, African countries are being made to pay ridiculous interest rates on loans that they should not be paying for. Correct. As we speak today, reparations are due. Everybody else has been given reparations, expect us. The question then becomes, what is wrong with this picture? Why aren't you and I standing up and demanding that what is right must be done? I can tell you why. Because no other race would stand for a minute what is being done to us. How long do you think a finger of a British soldier lasts in Zimbabwe? How long do you think a thump of a German soldier lasts in Namibia? Not even a minute. They would storm in, kill hundreds, if not thousands of people just to recover that one finger. Why is it that we are unable to come together and speak our truth and demand that what needs to be done must be done? It's because they defeated us where it matters the most, which is the mind. It started with the missionaries in Africa long before slavery. They were sent by the Roman Catholic Church to subdue the Africans, make them believe that when you get slapped, turn the other cheek, and that your riches are in heaven. So by the time they followed with the colonizers to reap and rape Africa, we were already brainwashed. We were meant to believe everything African was bad and undesirable, and everything European was better. And the same brainwashing continued as our children were taken out of Africa enslaved. It continued on the plantations, color gradations, light-skinned versus dark-skinned, field workers versus kitchen workers. To this day, we suffer from the legacy of slavery and the legacy of colonization. For how long are we going to continue to suffer from this affliction? For it is singularly the reason why we are not able to come together just like other races and nationalities have done in this melting pot that is the United States of America. When you ask for the voices of the Irish Americans loud and clear, Jewish Americans loud and clear, German Americans, Italian Americans, Chinese Americans, Indian Americans, their voices are loud and clear. But when you ask for the voices of us black people, you might as well go to the graveyard, because we are missing in action. We were taught, we were brainwashed into not even loving ourselves as individuals, let alone each other. We were taught not to trust one another. We were taught not to believe that my brother can, my sister can, but somebody else who doesn't look like you and I is better. The question I have for all of you, just close your eyes and think about your children, your grandchildren. Is this the world you want to leave behind for them? If the answer is no, then you need to have a serious conversation with the image in the mirror. Because it is the image in the mirror that must change. It is the image in the mirror that must understand that you are sick from this affliction of the legacy of slavery. You are not sick at home. You are not sick in the doctor's waiting room. You are not sick in the hospital ward. You are sick in the intensive care. How long are we going to continue to support other people's agendas? Those who stood up to fight during the civil rights movement, during the Pan-African days in Africa, civil rights in the United States, they were all silenced. We are emerging out of a period of 20 to 30 years where just nothing is going on. We are all fast asleep. When are we going to wake up? Reverend Al Sharpton is saying, the time to wake up is now. Reparations, now. We know all the companies that benefited from slavery. We have their name. We have the list. They must pay. As we speak, many have pledged their contributions. Guess what's going to happen, my brothers and sisters? Because we're not organized, we will never realize those funds. And they will hide behind, oh, they're disorganized. They don't know what they're doing. I am now going to be asking Reverend Al Sharpton to lead us as we demand those reparations. We need to register a global Pan-African fund that can make sure that we have development in black communities where it belongs. Those funds must be organized. Those funds must be paid for. Reparations for black people now.
Wow, this is one of those videos you don't just watch, you feel the video. Dr. Rikana doesn't sugarcoat anything. She speaks facts that make people uncomfortable. And that's exactly why her voice matters. And let me say this clearly. Jamaicans are part of this conversation. Jamaicans didn't magically appear in the Caribbean. They were taken there. Same blood, same ancestors, same struggle, just dropped in different locations. When she talks about African leaders remaining in jazz, they remain seated in jazz in Europe, that really hit me. Imagine your heroes, your kings, your resistance leaders treated like museum trophies. And what's even crazier, people pay money to see artifacts that were stolen, while the descendants of those people are still fighting poverty. This part right here, the mental defeat, that is the root of everything. Why? Because if you conquer the mind, you don't need chains. Missionaries didn't just bring religion, they brought programming. Everything African was labeled evil. Everything European was labeled superior. That's where the colorism comes from. That's where division comes from. That's where we start fighting each other instead of the systems. And let's talk about reparations. Every other group that has been wronged has received compensation. Every other group has received compensation, except who? Except black people. Companies that profited from slavery still exist today. Banks, insurance firms, shipping companies, they are still wealthy. But when reparations come up, suddenly it's too complicated. No, it's not complicated. That's what I'll say. It's not complicated. It's just avoided. This message also explains why countries like Jamaica still struggle economically. High interest loans, debt traps, external control disguised as aid. That's not independence. It's modern colonization. This is a very deep topic. It's modern colonization, labeled as aid. Now, understand this. Dr. Rikana didn't lose her AU position because she was strong. She lost it because she was telling the truth too loudly. She exposed France, she exposed neocolonialism, she refused to play quiet. And of course, systems don't like fearless black women who can't be bought or silenced. Her biggest message isn't hate, it's unity. She's asking, what kind of world are we living for our children? Because division is expensive and unity is very powerful. And let me say this. What's happening in parts of Africa right now is not chaos. It's an awakening. You look at Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. People are finally questioning who really owns their land, their gold, and their future. This video is powerful because it reminds us that the biggest changes aren't physical, they are mental. And once the mind is free, systems start shaking. And that's the truth. Dr. Arikana is one of those voices history always tries to silence, but somehow they always echo louder. The more they try to silence her, the louder her voice echoes, and that will always stand out. So guys, if this message spoke to you, hit the like button. Share this video to everyone. Share this video and subscribe to Smith Reacts, because I'll be back with more interesting topics to discuss together. We don't just react here. We think, we question, and we learn together. Drop in the comments and help me learn too. Leave a comment and I'll be back to react together. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.